Hallo allemaal, welkom bij alweer de derde aflevering van de Blood and Wine playthrough. Ik heb er super veel zin in. Ik heb een lange dag op werk gehad, dus ik dacht, weet je wat? Dit kunnen we alleen maar goed afsluiten door even een potje te gamen. En omdat ik Blood and Wine natuurlijk voor jullie aan het filmen ben, doen we dit lekker samen. Josje is er ook bij en ik zie nu dat ze mijn kleed kapot aan het kauwen is. Wat niet helemaal de bedoeling is, dus ik ga de intro even snel doen. En dan hoop ik dat ik dit nog kan redden. Dus ja jongens, veel kijkplezier. En let's play. Maar moet ze niet de reflection in de spoon zien of zo? Geen idee. Ik ga dit proberen en dan hoop ik dat ik de curse lift. Let's eat not using the spoons. There we go.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
Ik hoop niet dat ze boos wordt. Oh, dit kan niet lekker zijn. Zo, dit moet een klap op.
Your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
Did I do it? Oh, hij gaat helemaal dood hier van die poison. Ik denk dat het is gelukt. Of is het niet gelukt? Oh, hij ziet er heel slecht uit.
Think it might. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
Josje, je maakt het niet heel makkelijk. Hé, waar is jouw touw? God, valt ze van de bank. Ja, dat is even een shaky, hè? Kom maar. Visje, kom. Kom maar. Ja. Kom maar zitten. Rustig. God, rustig staat niet in het woordenboek van deze hond. Ja, lekker de ass weer naar de camera, hè? Pupske. Nee. Hey, niet aan mijn trui. Ja, hier nog wel. Ja, ik hoop niet dat ik nu dingen moet gaan vechten. Oh, dat moet ik wel. Oké. Jezus, wacht even. Laat die hond alsjeblieft zitten. Wat zullen dit zijn? Specters? Moet haast wel. Yoshi, die loopt zo gigantisch van een vizier. Ik zie geen doel. Ze is weer aan mijn kleed. Nee! Nee. Fucking god. You are such a pain in the arse. Nee. Want ze vindt die flanjes zo geweldig. Hier, ga maar deze oude handen. Ik wil gewoon een beetje lekker warm liggen. Waar is de afstandsbediening ligt daar? Ze drukt ook zo vaak de tv uit. Ja, laat ik even doen.
Come on, come closer.
Wat doet hij hier? Kunnen jullie het nog zien? Josje? Nee. Nee. Goed, wat doen we zo? god, het zit hoor. Altijd terug voor de loot. Ze ziet haar eigen spiegelbeeld weer, denk ik. Godsamme, kan jij even liggen alsjeblieft? Nee. Niet weer aan die computer knagen. Oh my god. Oh, en ze sliep net zo lief. Daar is ze. Yes, I did it!
Shh, easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Oh, ze is al heel oud.
Eat. I must eat.
Oh, nee!
I'll take you someplace safe.
Trap zo die laptop omver met die poten van haar. Ze is echt niet goed wijs. Niet toerekeningsvatbaar, die hond.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. I'm deeply pleased, finally, to make your acquaintance, sir. Though I do regret the specific circumstances.
Nou, dit was
In
ik
all the commotion,
vergeten.
I fear I neglected to introduce myself. I'm Barnabis Basil, and by order of the Duchess, I am to serve as your major domo at Corvo Bianco.
Nice to meet you, Barnabis Basil. Love to talk more, but got urgent matters to attend to. While I'm gone, please make sure she gets everything she needs.
Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She
No.
is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid.
Hey!
Whatever brought this about?
Kom maar daar. Het is bedtijd voor die hond. En aangezien de quest ook zo goed als voorbij is, ga ik hem hierna even afronden, want het is klaar. Oh my god.
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They
Ja,
play on irony.
laat het maar
Always
uitleggen,
gotta
hè.
figure out what the catch
Want
is.
Mr.
Marlena
Basil
had
is een
spent
cutie.
decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
Heb je tand
Imagine
eruit?
so. But most important,
Yoshi,
it is
nee.
now over. Please,
Hallo.
don't worry. She will be in good
Uh, uh.
hands here.
Vineyard
Nou,
comes
nu we
across
toch
as a
zijn, hè,
place with a
Corvo
rich
Bianco.
history. Who alone did before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly
God, ze moet echt op de
colorful
bench.
man of Kedweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He
Gezellig.
never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least
eraf.
someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Nou, laten we ook maar even een rondje vineyard doen.
Mind giving me a little tour to Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please.
Dit is
I
zo
think it
leuk.
would be practical to
Dat
begin
dit gewoon je
on the
huis
hill.
is.
Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Ja, dat is toch cool.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Wat
Been
is
a
wel
major
echt
domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of majordomos.
hilarisch
My
is.
father was a majordomo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a
Vertelt
child,
zo.
she knew where she was going and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to majordomo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
Yoshi, die houdt dus zo erg van spelen. Dat is eigenlijk het enige wat ze de hele
The
dag wil doen.
servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's
Nu
permission,
heeft
I
zij
have hired a
gisteren...
full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
Zij heeft dus gisteren zo hard gespeeld met een van haar vriendjes. In de gang waar het tapijt ligt. Dat ze gewoon haar ars heeft verbrand. Ze jieten zo over het kleed en nu heeft ze een brandwoord op haar achterste. Kom maar, meisje. Maar ik krijg niet de indruk dat ze er heel veel last van heeft. Hoe gaat het met je tand? Ben je hem kwijt? Ja, ze is hem kwijt. Zou die dan hier ergens liggen? Het hoektandje? De laatste hoektand, jongens. God, wat heeft die? Die heeft 2 broeken van mij kapot gemaakt. Oh, je hebt helemaal bloedbek. Oh, ik ga zoeken. Maar ze zal hem wel hebben ingeslikt. Want ze slikt al... Ik heb maar 3 tanden teruggevonden. De rest heeft ze allemaal ingestikt. Oké, de majordomo. Nou, kijk dan. Wat een pracht. Die stars. I love this game so much. Ik vind het dus wel lastig wanneer ik moet praten
Baron Rossel
eigenlijk.
ordered the vines in this part of the estate
Niet op dit
uprooted
soort
and
momenten.
olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now either.
Je wilt natuurlijk ook die dialoog horen. Dat is hetgeen wat de Witcher zo goed maakt. Oh, kijk dan. Oh, ik moet even een...
No lice, your
ik moet niet vergeten screenshots te maken.
where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
Goed zo. Nou, het ligt weer hoor. Goed zo, meisje.
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to the guest finally jumped. He nearly broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Enig.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda. Monsieur Bolius' wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
Nou, laten we dit maar eens even opknappen, hè?
Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabis Basil.
Barnabis Basil. De stal voor Roach.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Zit lekker een baguette te eten.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabis Basil. Appreciate it.
Monsters are your catnip. It is mine!
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
Oh, we thought it was young.
No.
And welcome inside.
Waanzinnig.
On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corvo Bianco is a beautiful estate. one must admit, time has taken its toll. If,
It did.
forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification,
Dat gaan we
consider
natuurlijk
me at
doen.
your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling. Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence. They are the finest specialists around. Highly skilled at what they do, it shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin, your eyes will behold your residence in its refurbished, rejuvenated, beautified state. Is there anything else?
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more, useful.
Oh, yes, we certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
My armor needs work from time to time.
Admiral Rompelli once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yaruga.
Good.
Immediately. Will you be needing anything?
In my trade?
Of course.
Then send out for one, please. A high-quality stone to be set up in the yard.
Of course. I shall send a runner to town at once. I believe you shall be grinding to your heart's content by tomorrow. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
Feels like by investing a bit of coin, I could make the house more functional.
I agree. Yet I would urge you to hold off on further construction until the ongoing work is done. Juggling can be a challenging art. It's best not to undertake too much at once.
Starting to really like this place.
I agree. Yet
Baby.
I would urge you to hold...
Thanks.
Oké, jongens, ik ga er een einde aan maken. We hebben Marlene bevrijd van de curse. Zij blijft nu, denk ik, lekker hier in het nieuwe Corvo Bianco. En ja, dan gaan we de volgende keer weer verder met de volgende quest. Ik hoop dat jullie het leuk vonden. Hij was een beetje spontaan vandaag. Ik moet nu echt ook gaan douchen. En het ziet er alweer naar uit dat ik weer niet de 8 uur slaap ga halen. Maar hè? We doen het best. We doen ons best. Vooralsnog ben je erom gefaald in het volwassen leven. Maar we hebben wel plezier gehad. En dat is ook belangrijk. Josje die slaapt. Ik ga kijken of ik haar hoektand ergens kan vinden. Want de trotse mama die ik ben, wil natuurlijk wel even zien hoe groot hij nou eigenlijk echt was. En dan, ja, dan zie ik jullie de volgende keer. Super bedankt voor het kijken. Vergeet me niet te volgen, te abonneren en te liken. Op TikTok kunnen jullie me vinden via Vivian Driessen. Instagram net zo. En ja, tot snel. Ik hoop jullie weer te zien. Dankjewel. Doei doei.